let's we have to figure out what badass means, but I know at least one person that's going to be on this list. At least one. But let us check out 20 movie stars who are real-life badasses.
Some action stars throw punches on screen and then go home to sip lattes. But others, they're the real deal. Behind the Hollywood glitz, some of cinema's toughest stars have battle-tested skills, survived brutal pasts, or lived lives that prove they aren't just playing tough. From legends who trained with the best fighters in the world to actors with real combat experience, we're diving into 20 movie stars
this
who
can be
are
good.
real-life badasses. But
Donnie
that brings
Yen,
up a big question. Who made the
Bronson.
cut? Let's find out.
Oh, Jackie. Oh.
Bill Superfoot Wallace wasn't just a martial artist. He was a kickboxing phenomenon who brought real-world combat experience to Hollywood. A world champion with an undefeated record, Wallace was one of the fastest and most technical strikers in history, earning his nickname from his devastating left leg kicks. Before Hollywood, Wallace was a U.S. Air Force hand-to-hand combat instructor and a pioneer of full-contact karate, defeating some of the toughest opponents of his era. His skills landed him in martial arts films like The Protector, as well as a respected career as a fight choreographer and trainer for action stars. Even after retiring, he remained a mentor and ambassador for martial arts, ensuring his legacy extended beyond the ring.
Cool. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Ammo.
Benny the Jet, an unstoppable force, competing in kickboxing, karate, and Muay Thai.
Yeah, Benny, like
you Puritan.
Thank you, Duran. Thank you as well. Yeah, Benny, like this fight, I've seen this fight breakdown with Benny and Jackie Chan. Like I've like Corridor Digital was when they do like Stuntman React, they reacted to this fight scene between Jackie and Benny, and Benny, I don't know if they used special effects on this or not. I don't think they did, but Benny did a kick so hard and so fast, it actually extinguished candles. He did like a roundhouse at Jackie. Jackie dodged it, but it was so fucking fast, it actually like put candles out when he did it. Like, this man is a fucking beast. And Believer, thank you for the gifted also. This is Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet, an unstoppable force, competing in kickboxing, karate, and Muay Thai. He remained undefeated in nearly 200 fights, proving he was a world-class combatant across multiple disciplines. His dominance in the ring made him a sought-after figure in Hollywood, leading to roles in films like Meals on Meals and Dragons Forever, where he faced off against Jackie Chan in some of the most intense and realistic fight scenes ever filmed. Beyond acting, Benny became one of the top fight trainers in Hollywood, coaching stars like John Cusack and Michael Jai White.
Oh, cool! Really? Don the Dragon Wilson?
Don the Dragon Wilson was one of the most decorated kickboxers in history. With over 70 wins, 11 world titles, and 4 decades of dominance, Wilson cemented himself as one of the greatest full-contact fighters of all time. His transition to movies was natural. He wasn't just acting.
I've seen one of his movies. Like, when Jason Brandt, like the So Bad It's Good guys, did a review of one of Don the Dragon Wilson's movies. He's not a good actor. He's not. He's a good fighter. But he's not a good actor.
He was bringing real combat skills to the screen. Wilson starred in over 30 action films, including the Blood Fist series and Ring of Fire, becoming one of the biggest names in straight-to-video martial arts movies.
Well, it's probably because it's one of the most brutal, Eric.
To train.
Like, we're seeing a lot of kickboxers because, like, kickboxers and Muay Thai martial artists, it's a very brutal and what's the word I'm looking for? Like, most combat fight, it's Muay Thai is very much like street fighting. The whole concept of Muay Thai It's a lot of like, yeah, it's efficient. There's not a reliance upon elegance of movement. It's literally designed to just beat the ever living fuck out of your opponent to put them the fuck down. So you're not getting a lot of big flashy kicks. You're not getting katas. You're not getting, all these fancy moves. It's kickboxing is literally, okay, your whole goal is to beat the shit out of your opponent. Go. And I'm guessing that's probably why a lot of these guys that we're seeing here are kickboxers, because it can still be visual, but it's the visual is the visuals and intrigue is in its absolute brutality.
Mentor and prove that real fighters can become action legends.
Mickey Rourke. Oh.
Before his acting career,
Really?
Rourke was a skilled amateur boxer, training under real professionals.
Really?
At the peak of his fame, he shocked Hollywood by walking away to pursue professional boxing, a decision that left him physically battered but respected. His return to Hollywood saw him take on gritty, hard-hitting roles, showcasing his raw, battle-worn persona. He wasn't just an actor or a fighter, he was a man who lived both worlds, proving that toughness isn't about image. It's about the battles you're willing to fight in and out of the ring.
Okay. Who is this? I have no idea who this is.
Philip Reed didn't just play a martial artist, he was one long before Hollywood came calling. A legitimate taekwondo master and full-contact competitor, he trained in multiple disciplines, including hapkido, kendo, and boxing, giving him a well-rounded combat background.
Oh, that is nice.
Reed
That
didn't
is,
just star
yeah.
in martial arts movies, he created them and was the driving force behind the best of the best franchise. Beyond acting, Reed dedicated himself to teaching and mentoring the next generation, proving that his impact wasn't just about being a star, it was about inspiring real martial artists.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Dolph, yeah. Dolph is a legit martial artist, and Dolph is something like 6'3" or 6'4". This man is a fucking beast. He is an actual legit martial artist. I forget what his discipline is. Yeah, he is a beast of a martial artist. And he is an absolute genius. He is I think he's a Fulbright scholar. He has, I can't remember if it's a PhD or not, but he's I think it's a PhD in chemical engineering, and he has opened up his own pharmaceutical company, and he's like a beast of a martial artist. And he's Dolph goddamn Lundgren. What more needs to be said about this man?
Dolph Lundgren isn't just an action star, he's a real-life genius and fighter. Best known as Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, he's also one of Hollywood's most educated and dangerous men. Lundgren holds a master's degree in chemical engineering and was awarded a Fulbright scholarship to MIT, though he didn't attend. The man who played one of cinema's most fearsome bruisers could have built nuclear reactors. Instead, his combat skills led him to bodyguard work, training extensively in Kyokushin karate, earning a 4th-degree black belt, and competing in full-contact tournaments, proving he was the real deal. His abilities landed him a job as Grace Jones's personal bodyguard, which led to a romance and, ultimately, his entry into Hollywood. Even after stardom, he never stopped training, continuing to spar and practice MMA well into
Never stopped studying either. Cynthia Rothrock, hell yes.
Cynthia Rothrock is a real-life martial arts powerhouse. Long before Hollywood, she earned black belts in multiple styles, including Tang Soo Do, Taekwondo, and Wushu, proving she was the real deal. Rothrock was a 5-time world karate champion in
she is good.
Her skills caught the attention of Hong Kong filmmakers, making her one of the first Western women to star in their action films. She fought alongside Michelle Yeoh, performing high-flying stunts that proved she could hold her own with the
she was in fucking Jackie Chan movies. And they had you guys know that the three Hong Kong martial artists that brought that Hong Kong style of filmmaking to the West was Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, And who was the third one? Or was it just Jackie and it might have just been Jackie and Samo. And yes, I do. I absolutely do. Not Robin Shou. No, not Robin Shou. Robin Shou's too young. Not Jet Li. Jet Li is also too young. No, I'm talking about OG. It was like the two responsible for bringing the Hong Kong style of martial arts films to the West was Jackie Chan and Sammo Young. No, Bruce did not. Darth, I will disagree. I don't think Bruce paved the way because Bruce started in the U.S. He absolutely started in the U.S. But that, and even still, Bruce's style of martial arts is not the same style as Jackie Chan and Sammo Young, where it's a lot of flash and a lot of technique. Bruce's was much more down to earth. But the very flashy, what you guys think of as like Hong Kong cinema martial arts, Jackie Chan and Sammo Young brought that over to the West. They brought that to the West and popularized it in the West. And Cynthia Rothrock was actually in, I can't remember which one it was. She was in one of those older Jackie Chan movies, and she actually like fought Sammo Young. And because again, this was something that Corridor showed. It was like she had like this like really, really short, like not even a pixie cut, and she was like looking all like, 1970s, 1980s thuggy. And like, yeah, she fought Sammo Hung and did a lot of like she got, unlike many American fighters, she actually got her start in Hong Kong cinema. That's how she got her start, and then would have come over to the U.S. But she initially got started with the Hong Kong cinema group.
The best. Even today, she continues to train, teach, and promote martial arts, solidifying her status as not just one of the greatest female action stars, but one of the greatest, period.
Christopher Lee, baby. Yup. Hurry if that
ass. He wasn't just a legendary actor. He was a real-life war hero and trained swordsman, known for playing.
Okay, well, Eric, what I'm talking about is Bruce Lee doesn't count in terms of the style. Bruce Lee's style of martial arts fighting is very different from Jackie Chan's style of fighting. That's what I was referencing, is that style of fighting coming to the U.S.
Legendary actor, he was a real-life war hero and trained swordsman. Known for playing Dracula and Count Dooku, few realize he fought in World War II as a British...
Yeah. Are we just going to forget about Saruman? Yes, he's known much more for Count Dooku and Saruman than fucking Count Dracula. Okay? Put some respect on the man and the character, for fuck's sake.
Special Forces officer. When asked about his military career, Lee remained vague, once saying, "Let's just say I was in Special Forces and leave it at that." His experience in combat gave him a deep understanding of sword fighting, and unlike many actors, he trained under real fencing masters and performed his own fight scenes.
Michael Jai White, yeah, he is a legit martial artist. This man is a legit martial artist.
Michael Jai White is a real-life martial arts master whose combat skills surpass most Hollywood tough guys. White has black belts in 8 different styles, including Kyokushin Karate, Shotokan, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, and Wushu. His skill isn't just for show. He's trained with top UFC and MMA fighters and has said he could have gone pro, but chose acting instead. With his size, speed, and technical ability, many experts agree he could have been a serious force in combat sports.
You can see it in all of his films. Tony Jaa. Yeah, this man is a Tony Jaa is a fucking beast. Like, his fighting style, if you've ever seen his fighting style, he loves his elbow and knee strikes. Like, that is his bread. Tony Jaa's, like, bread and butter is like a flying knee to the face. This man absolutely loves to just drill people with those joints. It's like, he is And again, he's another one where he doesn't use like really flashy style. He literally just fucking destroys you.
The real-life martial arts phenomenon who brought authentic, bone-crunching Muay Thai to mainstream cinema. Unlike many actors who rely on wires
elbows
and CGI,
for fucking
Jia
days.
became famous for performing jaw-dropping stunts and fight scenes without doubles. Born in rural Thailand, Jia trained in full-contact Muay Thai from a young age, inspired by Bruce Lee,
Yep,
Jackie
and that
Chan,
shows.
and Jet Li. His breakthrough in Ong Bak shocked audiences with flying elbows, spinning knees, and bone-shattering kicks.
Yep.
Despite his calm demeanor, Jia's speed, power, and technique make him one of the
This
most
man,
dangerous
holy
martial arts
fuck.
stars in Hollywood.
Charles motherfucking Bronson, baby.
Charles Bronson wasn't just a Hollywood tough guy, he was the real deal,
Oh, yeah.
forged by war, hard labor, and survival. Born into extreme poverty as one of 15 children, he worked in coal mines from age 10, toughening him for life. During World War II, Bronson became a B-29 gunner, one of the most dangerous jobs in military aviation. After the war, he struggled before finding acting, but never let Hollywood soften him. He was fiercely independent, refusing roles that made him look weak, and maintained his real-life street toughness even as he became an action star. Bronson wasn't just an actor, he was a war hero.
That is a man who's like, yeah, I'm gonna not let Hollywood pussify me. You want to give me a role? I'm going to be the badass that I am. Oh, Dorth, that is an excellent question. I don't know if you'd be considered on this list. We will find out. Although I suspect they're not going that far back in cinema history, unfortunately.
Survivor, and one of the toughest men to ever grace the big screen.
Battle!
Iko Uwais, the real-life Salat warrior who took the world by storm with his raw, brutal fighting style. Discovered by Gareth Evans, he made his breakthrough in The Raid, delivering some of the most realistic and vicious fight scenes ever filmed.
The Raid, otherwise known as just beat the shit out of everything in the movie.
Real military and law enforcement officers in Salat, proving his techniques are battle-tested for real combat.
Jackie! Hi, Jackie!
Jackie Chan, a one-man stunt crew,
and
martial artist and daredevil who built his career on taking real hits. While most actors rely on stunt doubles, Chan performs dangerous, high-impact stunts himself. Trained at the Peking Opera School,
I think he's broken every fucking bone in his body.
Weapons combat, and fight choreography. His dedication led to countless injuries, including broken bones, dislocated shoulders, and even a steel plate in his head, yet he never stopped. Beyond the pain, Jackie is a skilled martial artist in Kung Fu, Hapkido, Judo, Taekwondo, and Wing Chun.
And, like, the thing with Jackie Chan, most fight scenes take, like, a day to film. Jackie Chan's fight scenes take something like 3 months, just like 2 or 3 months to film, I think. Because they need to get the timing down just perfectly. And, like, that's like a big difference with the fight scenes, fight choreography in the US versus fight choreography in, like, Hong Kong cinema. Is in Hong Kong cinema, they take their time. They make sure that the fight choreography is done perfectly because it is so complex. So it takes, like, 3 months to shoot a single fight scene because of all the intricacies that are involved in the fight choreography, the prop usage, everything like that. It's like, oh yeah, and he's got, like, to be a part of Jackie Chan's, like, team is a major honor because his choreography team is the best in the business. Absolutely the best.
His mix of high-speed combat and comedy made him one of the most unique and enduring action stars in history.
Mr. T!
Mr. T isn't just a pop culture icon, he's a real-life badass whose toughness made most action stars look soft. Before Rocky III and the A-Team, he was a military police officer, wrestler, and feared bouncer. Growing up in Chicago's toughest neighborhoods, he became a star football player before joining the...
Well, that explains everything. Mr. T grew up in, they said, toughest neighborhood, so I'm guessing he probably grew up on the south side. I don't know if Mr. T came from Cabrini Green, but that would make a whole lot of sense, how he had to grow up to be tough. No, David, they didn't say he was from Alabama, they said he's from Chicago. And yeah, when he was in the military, you had to be pretty tough to be an NP.
The U.S. Army, where he completed a 24-hour obstacle course meant to take days, impressing his drill sergeant so much that he was promoted on the spot. After the military, Mr. T became a notorious bouncer and bodyguard, protecting Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross. Discovered by Sylvester Stallone, his raw power and aggression made him one of the most memorable villains in the Rocky franchise. He also survived T-cell lymphoma, proving his toughness extended beyond the ring. Mr. T isn't just an action star, he's a symbol of resilience, strength, and old-school street justice.
Michelle Yeoh, she is.
Michelle Yeoh, a martial arts star, a pioneer who proved women could be just as tough and skilled as their male counterparts. She built her career on performing her own stunts, often risking serious injury for authenticity.
Oh yeah.
Though a former Miss Malaysia.
Like, what they're doing right now is, I think this is from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Michelle Yeoh tore her ACL during the filming of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and she still did the fight scenes. Even with a fucking torn ACL. Like, when she was fighting, the protagonist, I forget the character's name, it's been a while since shoulder David Moss, the ACL is like your shoulder. When she was fighting the protagonist of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and she was basically changing up and just using, like, multiple weapons to try and fight her, all of that was, like, she did all of that fight choreography with a fucking torn ACL. Okay? That is how much of a badass Michelle Yeoh is. And, like, you know, you can't tell. She is a straight badass.
Malaysia, she shattered expectations by entering the Hong Kong action scene, training in martial arts, acrobatics, and high.
Well, wait. When I was watching the thing on Corridor, it said that she had a torn ACL. I thought they said it was an ACL. Maybe they said it was something else. It was she had torn something in her shoulder. Am I mixing up my acronyms again? I do this too fucking much. What was in the shoulder? What was it? She had I thought for sure that they said that it was she tore an ACL, but it was in her shoulder. But I'm pretty sure it was in her shoulder. LCL, that's probably what I'm faking, Colonel. Yeah, I think she tore her LCL, not ACL. That's what I'm doing. I'm screwing up the first letter. Yes, that's what it was.
Risk stunt work. Despite no formal martial arts background, she learned from Sammo Hung and Jackie Chan.
Yeah, this scene right fucking here.
She learned from
this scene right here. She has a torn LCL, and she's still doing this fight choreography.
Sammo Hung and Jackie Chan, becoming one of the fiercest action stars in the industry. Her relentless determination and fearlessness made her a Hollywood icon, proving that action stars aren't defined by gender, but by sheer skill and dedication.
Jet fucking Li, baby! Let's fucking go! Jet Li is a beast!
Jet Li isn't just a martial arts star. He's a real-life wushu prodigy who mastered combat long before Hollywood. Li's speed, precision, and real fighting ability set him apart. His mastery of traditional forms, weapons combat, and full-contact sparring made him one of the most skilled martial artists in cinema. Beyond film, Li has dedicated his life to philanthropy, especially after surviving the 2004 tsunami. Though health issues forced him to retire, his legacy as one of the greatest martial arts icons remains untouchable.
And from what I understand with Jet Li, they actually had to slow the footage down because he was too fast. He was so fast during films like Kiss of the Dragon that they literally needed to slow the footage down because you couldn't see him moving. He was that fucking fast. Jet Li was an absolute monster. That was just, oh my god, he's so fucking good.
Remains untouchable.
Danny motherfucking Tramp. You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers misspelled Danny fucking Trejo's name. How dare you misspell Danny Trejo's fucking name? Double Reel? Fix your shit. That is an incorrect spelling of you put some fucking respect in his name.
Danny Trejo, a man who went from prison to becoming one of Hollywood's most feared badasses. Born into crime and gang life, he was in and out of juvenile detention before 12 and eventually landed in maximum security for armed robbery. Trejo's Hollywood break was an accident. Working as a drug counselor, he was recognized by an old prison boxing opponent who was working on a movie set and was cast for his intimidating presence. He went from one of the most feared men in prison to one of the most respected tough guys in Hollywood, proving that true toughness is about transformation, not just survival.
Okay, one thing that is not said about this is Danny Trejo is a true badass. He is one of the true badasses of Hollywood. What they didn't say is he is also one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. Everyone that I have ever heard talk about Danny Trejo that has met him, every single one of them has said that Danny Trejo is the sweetest man you will ever fucking meet. He is so kind to everyone. He is so nice to everyone. That is something that cannot be understated. He is an absolutely wonderful and awesome human being, in addition to being a true badass.
Survival.
Johnny Yen! Oh, here's another one. Yes.
Johnny Yen isn't just a martial artist, he's a walking, breathing weapon with skills that go far beyond the movies. Yen is a true mixed martial artist, blending Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Jesus!
Initially trained by his martial arts master, his mother, he expanded his skills over the years, where he studied multiple disciplines. His deep understanding of real combat was put to the test when he reportedly took down 8 gang members in a Hong Kong nightclub, proving he wasn't just an on-screen fighter. Whether in real-life fights or cinema, he remains one of the most dangerous and versatile martial artists in action history.
Okay, one thing that they didn't show is he is also fast as fuck. I've seen like some behind-the-scenes footage of I don't know what movie this was, but he did a movie where like he was doing stick fighting, like extendable baton stick fight, where him and the other actor were basically, doing stick fighting. He was so fast the other person could not keep up and kept getting smacked by the baton because Donnie Yen is that fucking fast. Like, again, he is a fucking beast. Like, when him and Jet Li were fighting in the movie Hero, it's a wonder the camera was able to keep up with them. Because between the two of them, the speed at which they could fight, they had to have slowed the playback down about him, or slowed the playback down, because the two of them are just like they are speed when it comes to fighting.
History.
Here we go, baby. Chuck motherfucking Norris.
Chuck Norris isn't just the subject of internet jokes. He's a legitimate martial arts legend who dominated real-life combat sports before Hollywood. A 6-time world karate champion, he earned multiple black belts in Tang Soo Do, Taekwondo. His fighting ability led Bruce Lee to personally choose him as his opponent in Way of the Dragon, creating one of the most iconic fight scenes in film history. Before Hollywood, Norris served in the U.S. Air Force, where he began his martial arts journey, later becoming a federal law enforcement trainer. Beyond fighting, Norris is a philanthropist and veteran advocate, proving that toughness isn't just about combat, it's about standing up for others. Whether in real tournaments, movies, or memes, Chuck Norris's legend is no joke.
Hell yeah, baby, Bruce fucking Lee.
Before Hollywood, he had already cemented himself as one of the most dangerous and innovative martial artists ever. Bruce Lee's speed, power, and philosophy of combat were real, tested.
I'm reasonably sure, and I do not know if this still holds true with the likes of Jet Li. But I believe that Bruce Lee had the fastest punch and the fastest kick ever recorded. I believe that may still hold true. I am not sure if he still holds the record. But let's not forget, he's got the whole 1-inch punch, where he literally would hold his hand 1 inch away from your chest and punch so fast and so hard, you would literally get thrown back several feet. So, yeah, he is, for a lot of people, he is not the original one, obviously. There were others that were performing around this time. But for many people, Bruce Lee is the original badass.
And dangerous. Frustrated by the limitations of traditional styles, Lee created Jeet Kune Do, a martial art focused on adaptability and efficiency.
There we go. You're gonna see the 1-inch punch?
Seemed superhuman, like his 1-inch punch, which knocked men off their feet. Beyond combat, Lee broke racial barriers in Hollywood, proving an Asian man could be a leading action star. Even today, fighters study his techniques, and his legacy as the ultimate martial arts icon remains untouchable. What do these action legends have in common? They didn't just play tough, they lived it. Whether through military service, real martial arts championships, or surviving brutal hardships, these men and women proved their toughness wasn't just for the screen. So who's the ultimate real-life badass? That's for you to decide. But one thing's certain, when these legends throw a punch, it actually means something. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.
Okay, other than the grievous errors of misspelling Danny Trejo's last name and not recognizing Christopher Lee as Soderban, that was a good video. Those are some true badasses. Absolute badasses.